What's up, Juan here, showing you how to clean your throttle body and air intake. And I will also be doing a mass airflow cleaning today on a 1993 Toyota Corolla LE because Toyotas are the best. Let's see how this car does when it's on idle. You could see it's slightly above 1,000 RPMs. So this suggests that something is up with the idling. It's idling kind of weird right now. So we're gonna go ahead and clean the air intake and throttle body to see if that changes. Juan here again, and we're now looking at everything where all the magic happens. And you can see here's the air intake. You have your valves here, and you have your throttle body hiding behind this right here, and you also have your mass airflow sensors here. So I'm gonna go ahead and release all the clamps, and when I finish I'll get right back to you. Also forgot to mention that the reason why you need to do this every now and then to your throttle body, and the reason why your car acts up, is because after you turn off your car and it's hot and your fans need to turn on, you have leftover exhaust in your engine, and it evaporates and it ends up building up in your throttle body here. And there's a little flap that's in the shape of a circle. Every time you press the down on the gas, this turns and opens the door, and what happens is exhaust ends up building up in between the door and the throttle body, so you're not having the correct amount of air going into your engine, so it would make your car run less efficiently, and ultimately you're going to have problems, and your car is also going to lose gas mileage. So it's important that you do this, and fortunately it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. So once I remove everything, I'll let you guys know. Alright, so I went ahead and took off the air intake, which is this thing, but just to show you guys how to take it off, there should be a clamp here, and one way down there. You just simply pull on the tab, it'll pop off. And in this case, there was a piece of wiring that went there. I just went ahead and unplugged it, and all you really have to do is just sort of wrestle with the valve here, and then it just goes ahead and pops out. And as you can see, I have a dirty air filter which might need to be replaced. And the bottom here, you could see it's not so dirty, but I want to go ahead and take that out too. So now what I have to do now is go ahead and take off the rest of this assembly here, and I'll get back right to you. So I'm back here, and I went ahead and loosened up this bolt here that tightens up the clamp for your valve here. So all you really need to do is just pull it out, and if you look inside, you have your throttle body in there, and you can see when I move the throttle here, it moves. And I don't know if you could see there. Now you should be able to. There's a buildup of carbon alongside the door, and if you look even further, it's all black, which suggests that yes, this did need a cleanup here. So now what you want to do is you want to take your your throttle body spray, and you just want to spray in there. You don't want to get too much though, or else your car's gonna have a tough time starting up. So you just want to let it settle there. Fucking guys on motorcycles, but what you want to do is just let it settle there for a little bit, let the chemicals break down the carbon buildup, and you can go ahead and just use regular paper towels to just wipe down that carbon, and then you want to hold down on the throttle, and you want to spray in. You want to go ahead and spray in there, and then clean up as much of the inside as you can. Let it all air dry, and it should be good in about an hour, all dried up, and you can go ahead and wipe off the remaining stuff. And the reason why you want to let it air dry is because then the engine won't want to start up. It's gonna act funny, and if you spray too much, you could mess up the entire car. So you just need to let it settle there for about an hour. Well, you just need to let the inside, when you hold down the throttle and spray inside, that's when you need to wait an hour or so to let it air dry so you can start the engine up again. And that's all that's really there to it. Once you're done, you can go ahead and start putting back all your stuff, start the car up, and you'll notice that there's a change in idling. So when I finish, I'll go ahead and put all the pieces back together and show you guys the results. I don't know if earlier in the video you noticed, but there was a huge crack on this valve, so I went ahead and sealed it up. And I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everything back. This is all dry now. It should be able to start as soon as I put all the stuff back. So I'll show you how it goes. Alright, so I went ahead and put everything back. All you have to do now is make sure your clamps are tightened up. You have everything locked up in place. And plug this in. You should hear a little snap. Alright, everything's good to go. Let's start the car up. It hesitated a little bit, but that's because there was just a little bit of throttle body spray left. So what you want to do now is you want to kind of reprogram the idling speed back to its factory setting. So you want to mess with the throttle a little bit. And you could see it's now over 1100 RPM, so this may need a carburetor tune-up. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and this is basically how you do a throttle body and air intake cleanup. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Another thing I forgot to mention to you guys is what kind of spray you guys want. You're gonna want to go ahead and get a spray specifically formulated for your throttle body and air intake. What I see some people doing is they use carburetor spray, or they use a mass airflow cleaner to clean their throttle body, and you don't want to do that because they're not specifically formulated for that. You'll end up messing up parts of your car if you do that. Other than that, that's really all you need. The cans cost you like $5 in AutoZone or any auto parts dealer. Other than that, you'll be needing a flathead screwdriver to loosen up your clamps, your hands obviously to do everything. paper towels to wipe the crud off your throttle body and the spray. And the reason again why you guys want to do this is because if you don't clean it, there's going to be a whole mess of back pressure from the air trying to get into the engine and air intake. And if you don't do it, you're going to have a very shaky car, and that gets annoying when you're at a red light or something. At least to me, it bothers the crap out of me. And you'll have less fuel mileage because you'll have less air going into the engine, and you'll cause the engine to work inefficiently or irregularly, and it's bad. You don't want that. And you'll have an overall smoother ride, and that's about it. This is very easy to do. It takes like less than 5 minutes to take everything apart, and I highly recommend you do this yourself rather than get a mechanic to go ahead and overcharge you for this simple task. Don't be a lazy ass. And that's all I really needed to say. Just left out some stuff, and if you do decide to do this yourself, then I wish you the best of luck. This is super easy, and there's like no way you can mess this up unless you get your dick caught in the throttle body, which I didn't have a problem with. So peace out.